We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No. I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. I should look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. I should.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
What the f*** did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes. And we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen.
Prison is a world where the rules of society no longer apply, and the famous find themselves stripped of the luxuries that once defined them. For Sean Diddy Combs, a global icon whose name is synonymous with success, being sent to prison was not just a punishment, it was a brutal awakening to a reality he had never known. Today, an ex-prisoner who spent time with Diddy behind bars reveals the dark, untold truth of what life in prison was like for the superstar. From constant attacks and unexpected alliances, Diddy's journey wasn't just about survival, it was about rediscovering who he really was. When Diddy first stepped foot inside the prison, he was just another inmate. No fancy clothes, no bodyguards, no entourage, just a man facing the harshest realities of life behind bars. According to the
Trump reports the music mogul who once traveled by private jet to all those mansions is now in a jail that is notorious for its bad living conditions.
Ex-prisoner who witnessed this firsthand, Diddy quickly learned that in prison, fame meant nothing. He wasn't the mogul anymore in this new world. He was vulnerable, and to some, he was a target. The moment he walked in, eyes were on him. Inmates saw him as an outsider, someone who needed to prove his worth. The famous name that once opened doors now closed them. In the first few days, Diddy crossed paths with Rico, a high-ranking inmate, who had control over much of the prison's illicit economy. Rico was known for his manipulation and cunning.
According to a report from the Daily Mail, that's why Diddy had a breakdown. A person close to him apparently said, quote, spending the holidays behind bars was a nightmare for him. If we're to believe all this, Diddy had a meltdown in his cell.
He controlled everything from smuggled goods to the protection of certain inmates. Rico had a reputation for making deals, but only with those who had something to offer when he first approached. Diddy, it wasn't out of respect, but curiosity. You think your name's going to protect you here? Rico asked Diddy coldly. You'll learn real quick that it's your actions that matter in this place. Despite the protection Ray offered, the threats didn't stop. Diddy's every move was still watched, and every word he spoke was analyzed. Inmates who saw his presence as a challenge often tried to test him. One ex-prisoner recalls how Diddy had to face a particularly aggressive group of men who were determined to break him. They didn't care about who he was or what he had accomplished in the outside world. To them, Diddy was just another inmate, and for a while, he struggled to adjust to that reality. The fame he had once used as armor was now useless. Even as Diddy fought to survive among the inmates, he also had to contend with the prison system itself. One of the biggest surprises for him was the level of corruption that ran through the prison. Prison guards, who were supposed to maintain order, were instead part of a network that allowed inmates to thrive on bribery and manipulation. One guard, Tony, had a reputation for being lenient with the right people, and Diddy quickly realized that Tony could either be an ally or a threat. But in a place like this, trust was a rare commodity, and Tony's help came at a price. Through Tony, Diddy learned how deep the system's corruption ran, and how much it could affect his safety. Just when Diddy thought he had a handle on things, an old rival from his past, Jason, ended up in the same prison. Jason was a man who had long held a grudge against Diddy, someone who had once competed with him for control of the music scene. Jason wasn't here to make peace, he was here to make Diddy suffer. The ex-prisoner who spent time with Diddy recalls how Jason wasted no time and trying to undermine him. He wanted to remind Diddy that in prison, nobody cared who you used to be. The game here was about power, and Jason was going to make sure Diddy remembered that, through the constant threats and the psychological toll, Diddy began to change. He wasn't the brash, larger-than-life celebrity anymore. The man who had once ruled the entertainment world now had to learn the most basic rule of prison: survival depended on your ability to adapt. According to the ex-prisoner, Diddy began to observe and learn. He stopped talking about the outside world, he stopped talking about his riches. He started to blend in, learning the unspoken rules of prison life. He learned how to protect himself, both physically and mentally, and most importantly, he learned the value of silence. In a world where everything could be weaponized, silence was his greatest ally. The tension between Diddy and Jason finally reached its breaking point. Jason, eager to prove that he was still the dominant force, ambushed Diddy one evening. What started as a verbal altercation quickly escalated into a physical confrontation. But this time, Diddy wasn't the same man who had entered prison months ago. The ex-prisoner describes how Diddy fought back with everything he had, using his new skills and resolve to defend himself. It wasn't just about winning the fight, it was about sending a message. Diddy wasn't going to be anyone's victim. After the fight, Diddy stood a little taller. He had faced his demons, not just physically but mentally. The ex-prisoner recalls how Diddy, once consumed by his fame, now had a quiet confidence about him. He wasn't the same man who had walked into that prison. Diddy had earned the respect of his peers, not through his money or his name, but through his resilience. He had proven that he wasn't just a product of his fame, he was a survivor. The journey wasn't easy, but it was one that allowed him to rediscover who he really was. Diddy's time in prison was far from what the world imagined. Behind those walls, he fought not just for his survival, but for his identity. The fame and fortune that had once defined him no longer mattered. What mattered now was resilience, strength, and the will to persevere. Diddy's journey behind bars wasn't just about paying his debt to society. It was about finding himself in the most unlikely of places. It was about proving that even the brightest stars can be humbled, and in that humbling, they find their true power. Did you find Diddy's journey behind bars as shocking as we did? Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exclusive revelations about celebrities and the untold stories of their lives. Stay tuned for our next video, where we uncover more hidden truths about the stars you thought you knew, asterisk.
Yeah, my mom's gorgeous. Let me introduce you to my mom, called Mom Dukes.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
My baby.
Mom, freshly dipped though. I was just trying to show you the shoes. Yeah, my mom's a single. Mom's a single. I ain't gonna hate on my mom's. She's single. Me and my mom talked about one time doing a dating show with her. And she's so picky. She's so picky, they don't stand. But yeah, that'd be the funniest show in the world.
It will be, especially with me.
I don't even want to get started if she was doing that. We're not doing that. Cause yeah, my mom's single. Yeah. For real. Mom Duke know how to have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing. They outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club. I don't care. For real. It's my dog. You know, I want to live life. We out here moving and grooving. So my mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby.
That's right.
Keep moving.
Don't stop.
She could touch